Welcome to today's continuation of Yoshi and a Mysterious Book. We are still at this, and this is, I believe, our 17th segment of video of this game. And we have reached a fairly major landmark that we are now in what you might call the post game. Given that the last time around we did finish all of Chapter 10, and that led us to a new set of end credits and also unlocked chapters 11 and 12, which come after we have already identified all of the creatures that are in the game. So we have a full menagerie at this point, and we have all the smiley flowers up to this point as well, after going back to clear some of the remaining ones that we were missing back in Chapter 2, but we are still a long ways off from having full discoveries. And there are a handful of smiley flowers to go in the Chapter 12 challenge stages as well, for whatever remain as the final unlocks that we can have for the various interface improvements in the exploration tools. That will come later. We're going to start with Chapter 11 today. It looks like we have a couple of stages here that will combine many different creatures in thematically organized sets. And before we get to that, as usual, we're going to swap to a different Yoshi color. So let's take a quick peek at our options today. We went with green last time. I don't really know if we've been neglecting anybody in particular lately. Well, let's go with yellow. And I think we basically set up our exploration tools to our satisfaction last time. I suppose since there aren't any smiley flowers in the upcoming Chapter 11, that we don't actually need a smiley indicator. We might want it back for Chapter 12 though when we get there, so I don't know if we'll even bother removing it for now. We'll just leave it. I think it's not really too much of a distraction. And indeed, Mario, we are back with Yoshi. Even more of this. There is actually a special badge as well that we can get here, I think, for having discovered all creatures. Maybe we can replace the smiley flower indicator with that instead. Here it is. All creatures badge, but it is fairly large. Well, we can replace the water quality indicator with it, maybe. Let's do that. Just to have it look pretty cheerful in the top left. I don't know that it'll really do anything except sit there as a badge. But that's fine. Why don't we leave it? Okay, Chapter 11, Special Studies. Short to tall roll call. I wonder if that means we have to do some kind of sorting here. I have no idea what any of this will be like, so let's just dive in and make some discoveries. Here you can compare the sizes of various creatures. Have you ever pondered the largest creature you've encountered? Which one comes to mind? Alright, let's see. So I wonder if I need to do the sorting myself, or if something else needs to happen. Descriptivist, am I looking forward to playing Obsidian's Fallout? Are they working on a new Fallout, or do you just mean that because of the recent sort of reorganization between Microsoft that they're kind of expected to mostly focus on Fallout just at the expense of other things they had going on, like the sequel to Avowed or whatever? I know that was the case, but honestly, I have really not been familiar with Obsidian's output at all since maybe Knights of the Old Republic 2, and I'm not up to speed on what they've been doing. I did meet Kari Patel, the director of Avowed, a couple of years ago, before that game was announced in a sort of game writing, game development context, but... Okay, so it looks like that one's a bit smaller than you. So yeah, if we just touch it, it seems that it does fill in the bar up top, and indeed some of our interface elements are obstructing this slightly. Let's actually reduce the noise a little bit on the exploration tools. I do like having the pedometer, but maybe we should move everything just a step down. Yeah, I mean, especially given the success of the Fallout tie-in series, you would, you know, the television series that I understand was on one of the big services like Amazon or something. You would expect that they want to roll out some kind of Fallout product sooner or later. Sooner rather than later. Now, how do we compare Yoshi's size here? Why don't we do a little flower crown interaction and see if that would do it? Can we? I need to find some. Oh, okay. No, we just need to sort them. We pick them up and sort them. Because of course we do. But then you have to figure out how to actually make this interaction happen. However, if we go down in here... Oh, I see, because then it discovers what size they are. But then how come I can't discover what size these are? Do I just have to jump on them? I think I do. Oh, yeah, we just jump on them. That's all that happens. And you can see that they're kind of classed by size accordingly. Now, interestingly enough, the triples here don't have a separate entry. They're at 1, but... Oh, these are bigger, so... And that fills in a little bit. Does mean that we can take one of the Curly Puffs and then make the really huge one if we can. If I can remember how. There's a way to make the gigantic one, I think. I mean, we can always just check our discovery book and remember. Serious excited, you're clueless about the 6th size. Yeah, because I guess you must have looked at this in your own right. Yeah, so you just need to jump on things. We need to find whatever goes between the hopper and... Or the Boeing 747, as it were, and the next creature after that. I mean, all we're doing is jumping on things, but we can also transform them into different forms. So, for example, with this one, we know that we can make the giant Moby Lick if we give it some water, like a bigger pool of water. Like over here, for instance, we can combine them. And then... Yeah, Moby Lick times 3. So we need to do it with a times 2 so we can size all of them accordingly, so... Oh, we can also inflate this one. Or rather, there's something I need to do to squish this down to 2. I thought I could just toss an egg at it, but let's do this first then in that case. Bounce it for the times 4. And then I need something that will give me an egg. Won't be one of these guys because they give me bubblegum. And we're all out of bubblegum. So yeah, I should make the giant one, if I can remember how. Got trapped inside. Depending on the force of the pop of a large specimen. You can multiply them, but then how do you make the big one again? Popping one will cause a new one to be born, but then how do you get the big one again? Let me figure this out. It's been a while. The pool size determines the size. Okay, so you can't really do much beyond just having a larger pool then. So you're clueless about the 6th one. That's got to be just a times 2 on this guy. But we need to put an egg on him first and split him a bit. I'm sure that's got to be the solution. Okay, big pool here. That's actually going to be what we need. Let me just go back. I mean, I can swallow the nectar, of course, to make an egg, but I don't want to do that yet until we know that we don't need it for anything else. Come on. So, if we come down and make some more. Oh, here's a big one. That is something we can do. I think I just pop lots of these in here. Add more fluid into the mix. That just multiplies them, though. I don't really remember how to do it. Erectrode was my name for them. If you're asking what's the recommended name for the springy ones. Which one are you asking about? So I don't remember what... Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, let's get the big one. We just need to jump on it to confirm its size. There we go. Now, I do, at some point, eat an egg. Now, nectar doesn't really have its own entry anyway. So maybe I can just use it for the egg. I should have made the 2 on this one and jumped it before we went a little too aggressive with it. But we'll figure it out. Oh, we have this medium-sized one too. Yeah, there we go. Actually, that fills it in, so never mind. Oh, here we actually have a small one as well. You know what? I'm going to swallow this one. Oh, except I don't get the egg off it. Never mind. Oh, and this one got frozen anyway, so that's okay. We'll take the egg and then split this a bit. And split this bit. And jump this guy. Oh, heck on. No, split this bit. Jump this guy. Okay, so we have it kind of bunched up in the same size class over there now. With a whole set. So yeah, you actually have a lot more to fill in. That's not just a scale that's listed in the top bar. I think you finish the stage once you fill in a sufficient number of creatures, 2 in each size class. But you can keep going and fill in even more of everything. Is there anything remaining to be named? No, there isn't. We actually have this icon in the top left that you see with the smiling nectar because that is your reward for naming all creatures. So we do in fact have a full cast now. A large percentage of it named by Dr. Cliché in the chat. And yeah, that is the full cast at this point. But we do still have these remaining discovery chapters. Now, we do need to find a way to get up on top of this guy. That will almost certainly just be a ride on top of this, I think. If we can actually get far enough. Oh yeah, no, we crossed it already. Oh, right, we just needed it to retract, in fact. So never mind that. Okay, we'll need to make this guy stand up. I don't remember how to get Mossbag to stand up, to be honest. There's something that we do to aggro him, essentially, too. Well, let's look it up, because we have a book. That's what we use it for. And yeah, Curlypuff, and by default, is just Milde, M-I-L-D-E, because it's marching Milde from Yoshi's Island. It's one of the legacy names that isn't very interesting in its own right inherently, in terms of being related to its function, because it's just something that's been inherited since 1995. Look at this, by the way. We're on 1996 discoveries. The chapter here does not count towards the discoveries, at least not yet. How do we get it to stand up? I don't remember. Well, we got it to react to the heart turnip. Oh, okay, no, and then we just launch Yoshi with it. And we can get on top of here, which is Great. Oh, yeah, here's the heart turnip. Yeah, that's exactly what. Oh, too bad, because I swallowed one. So I might need to restart in order to do this, because we swallowed one of their companions. However, let's see if I can get another one, because it wouldn't lock me out of the stage for this, I don't think. I think we should be able to get a replacement. And in the meantime, we can look at the other extra small. Which might just be something related to the dandelion puffs again, but we'll see what's going on with that. Like, what do we just jump on a single puff? There we go. That's what it was. And we do, in fact, get a replacement. So yeah, heart turnip is going to make the moss bag stand up. It'll have two separate measurements, one in the standing position and one not. Can these get even bigger? Hang on. Let's... Oh, come on. I think they can. Let me just try to get one more going here. Oh. I have to keep scattering these. Okay. That's already at the ×3, so I don't think we'll do much more than that. That's ×4, rather. It's already measured here. That's how we know. I don't remember if we can get a ×5. Let me just make sure. I've seen... Yeah, we have another one here. We can surely merge it in as well. Whoops. Oh, too bad about that flower. We'll have to get another. That's okay. We'll just swallow it and spawn another. Yeah, so ×5 must give you a bigger measurement there. There we go. That fills it in. And then the last one must be making the moss bag stand up, so. 060, you said for some reason whenever you jump down a Kirby puff, it doesn't go into the 6th slot. Really? Interesting. Because it's measuring this as the hefty Kirby puff. Notice that the small one is actually in the small class, between 1 and 2. Like the standard one is 1.2. The one you're missing is the one that's 2.5. This one here. This one here. Which is the next step up. Anyway, we'll just head on over and load ourselves up to where we need to go. Now, the thing is, do I still have this on my back if I'm spat out up top? Let's find out. I should. Then we pull this. The heart turnip is going to get me to have this guy stand up. Here we go. Oh, he's invigorated. Except, of course, I'm not quite at the height I need. That's fine. We'll fix that. Oh, on the wrong side. I think a few gentle bounces here can't fix. Come on. No, wrong way. Okay, you know what? Hang on. Oh, no, I can just lick it to make it go down. That's right. Hang on. Let me just try to jump over it for a moment. So I can spring me onto the other side. Up is fine. Because then we flutter back. Nope, except now I'm a little trapped. That's okay, you can turn him, and then we'll drop in from above. If we can. Come on. There we go. That's a full set. Study many sizes of many creatures. So I don't know if that counts as a complete discovery in this book. Yeah, there's no page for what we're doing here, I don't think. Let me see, actually. Short a tall roll call. Anything else? Oh, there are more hints. Probably because there are more creatures that we can get. Well, we might as well see what's going on. Measured all 3 extra small creatures. Well, actually... Oh, yeah, the bouncy one will have a sort of germinal form if you plant it. So, yeah, I think there's an even more complete set for each weight class that we need to go for here to get a complete set of discoveries, and we'll see how that goes. Let's just get this guy out of here. Oh yeah, okay, so this guy... Well, let's stop him. Can we still plant that? Not really. Unfortunately, I don't think we can get a replacement. Okay, we may need to restart just for that guy then. I think we need to restart for it and then plant it. Now, will it keep what I've had so far, or does it reset everything that has been ranked? I would expect it to reset everything. Yeah. So we tap this. And then we catch both of these. So jump on this one, but then we also stomp it. But then... Oh, we needed to water it, I think. Hang on. There we go. Then... But then we need to get all 3 at the same time. Okay, I found some very tiny ones to compare against each other. I bet there's an extra discovery for basically each category. So which means we need to... So we just redo everything. There was something we could do to make these trees even bigger too, I think. But... You know what? We'll stop this too. Okay. Yeah, I bet you have to do every weight class, but then it'll give you some hints visually. All 3 XL. Yeah, that's when it's kind of linked down, when this is coming up. Or rather, okay, no, we got 2 of the XLs, but then... we got a 3rd one inserted. Even bigger one that we can make here. I wonder if we could have actually made the Mobile here even bigger, in fact. Yeah, so we do kind of need to redo the stage just to fill in every category, I think. For the bonus discoveries. Also, we need to make sure we jump on the erect roads in both their forms. Also, if I just sink Yoshi by himself here, nothing happens. Okay. Yeah, you do need to fill the pool first. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, we need to get on top of that one by setting up the appropriate bounce. Let's see if we can make this guy bigger first. I think there was something we could do. Hang on. Let's check this. I thought we could get an even bigger one, but... yeah, I grew a tree. The big ones are even bouncier. Okay. So how do we get them upsized? Let's figure it out, because you have a big patch of dirt here that you can use to grow this. I don't think we'll be able to improve on that too much. Anyway, let's just send this one over. Yeah, let's just max that out if we can. So this is times 4. Times 5, and then we can go bigger. B-Minutes, welcome. That is an appropriately colored Yoshi in your emote. What a coincidence. So yeah, we actually haven't upsized these even bigger yet, so let's do that. That's times 6. Let's do it times 7. That should get us into XL class. You can absolutely do it. Let me just do a quick stomp here too. Fill in that size class as well, since we may need it later. And that is even more. Ingested some bubblegum on the way. Times 8. So, given that that is an AXO class and it no longer sees it as pieced together from everything else, I think that's probably as far as we can take it. Let's tap the other 2 XLs and get on with it. That will require the flower, the nectar rather. Oh, except so much for that. Nope. Except we're spreading everywhere now. We need a new one then. One moment. There we go. Okay, there we go. And you can see that the heart turnip has been picked up on radar. Let's send ourselves upstairs. And yeah, some of them will just have to roll down. Right. Here we go. Here's his head. Doesn't mean we'll need to... Oh, bounce this guy. Hang on. That's okay. This is easily manageable at this point. Yeah, too bad we had to redo so much of the stage just for that one interaction. But that's okay. Okay, that's all 3 of the XLs. Now we previously didn't log anything for the other weight classes, other height classes rather. So we'll need to do that. Let's slim this guy down just a little bit. Oh, nope, totally missed. That's okay, we know we have eggs available. And then... oh, except, of course, no, that's not what we wanted. Okay, what was this? This was the times 4. We've done that already. We need to do the 3 and 2. I mean, we logged it already, but then not in this iteration of level. Yeah, okay, no. In this one we got a 2. And then that's it. Okay, so those are done. Let's fill in whatever else we can. That will be, first of all, these ones. There we go. And we need the big pool. Okay, we'll pollute the pool. And we just keep spotting them here. Really gum the place up. I think we just keep going it until we end up going in the pool too. After the guy. There we go. You can reach even greater heights with creatures capable of shifting forms. So we got all 4 large class 1s at this point. Yeah, because we managed to hit every iteration of the Moby Lick. Now, did we log both of the electrodes rather than there's them down form? Yes, we have. Let's see what else we can do. I feel like we could grow a bigger one here, but we'll see about that. Oh, we could have just washed this. Yeah, so we didn't need to restart the stage. We could have just washed this guy all along. And however, now we smashed the pool. Oh, okay. We managed to get the soggy one. We actually hadn't filled that one in before. It's a variant. In fact, if we put some of these in the pink pool, we just make sure we know what happens here. Does the game prevent you from spawning infinite creatures? You'll have to ask somebody else who has tried, and I'm sure somebody has tried. Because the thing is, you can really fill these in everywhere, and it's remarkable that we don't get tons of slowdown from this. You see, this creature here, what we call the tribble, these little dandelion puffs, that's the reason that this game doesn't run on Switch 1. I can tell you that much. I bet... I'm trying to see if we can make some fruit here. We did have that heart turnip. I don't think we can use that to our advantage just yet, though. But I'm wondering if the heart turnip being our one and only fruit actually would have had another possible interaction. Yeah, so we've done the top 2 size classes. We may have to get the hint here just to see the picture of do. And yeah, these ones, you know, they multiply as well. I don't know if there's a limit, like an entity limit that you can hit to prevent performance issues. Or internally it just caps you from doing anything else. Yeah, I think we will need the hints for this. Let's do it. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, 06 you're saying some frame drops are noticeable. Yeah, up to a certain point. And if you've spawned tons of stuff, then yes. So look at this. Measured all 7 extra small. What's this one here? It looks fruit related, but not in a form I recognize. Now, extra small is a class. Oh, totally lost our access to the nectar from earlier. You just jump one of them though. I prefer not to have to start over, but let's see what we need to do. Oh yeah, some of these are on the side on the right. Make sure we jump one of them. Okay. Jump this guy. Hey, no, we've done that already. Already counted. Oh no, now it's counted. Okay, so we've gotten that. That's all we needed to do, actually. We just somehow neglected to fill them all in previously. Oops. Now, let's see how many we're missing. There seems to be a discovery for each size class, so we'll try to figure this out. All 3 that are S. Now, we've had the sprouted one. Or had we? Oh, wait a minute. No, that's... Okay, no, because you plant the nectar, then it has the stalk that makes it taller. Of course. Of course. That's clever. As a minor variation. I wonder if that was plantable soil. Let me do this. Lift it, sprout nectar. There we go. Yeah, so size S is slightly taller than Yoshi. Oops. All 7 that are M. Okay. Well, we've got 6 so far. And the book doesn't seem to be forthcoming about what we might be missing. Let me see about this. Did we have all sizes? Oh, the Moby Lick? Yes, we have. Now, was there a medium size of this that we didn't already have? That wasn't the FD. It's the only thing I can think of. Although, of course, with this having sprouted, maybe we should be thinking along those lines. It feels like the thing we should be going for is trying to remember how to grow the other rubberry. Rubberry. Let's think about that because I may need to pop the hint for this one. Depending, because yeah, that already gets you in a medium, so that's approximately what we'll be going for. that, the small one, and then you can pick it up again. So it's gotta be somewhere in this range between 4 and 10. What could it be? And you know, these are given to you for a reason. There's gotta be something I can grow. I'm trying to remember if there's something that will interact with these that is growable. If, for instance, we take... Well, look at the heart turnip that's been used. And it's no longer on the radar, so it's just been consumed. I mean, look at this. It totally looks like you can get up on top. Maybe. I should see if we can get on top. Let's move him forward this way. And then turn. And yeah. Yoshi making a very noticeable sound there, for sure. I think we may need to pop the hint for this one, if it is, in fact, forthcoming about what we should be looking for. Which a lot of 100 coin hints are not. Many of them don't give you much. If you notice the creature change size, try measuring it again. That does not help. At all. At all. As usual, that hint is not worthwhile. There's got to be something sort of fruit or flower related that we can do, though. It's got to be something medium class now. It was medium class. I mean, it could be something that's coated in dandelion, maybe. Flower crown's not going to do it. Unless we can get it to put a flower crown on somebody else. The flower crown actually does add a little bit of height, but I doubt it would be enough to get you into medium class. You notice a creature change size, measure it again. Well, I'm not sure who's really going to give us that possibility at this point. Unless there's something else I can combine. I mean, it can give each other flower crowns, but that's not going to be enough, I don't think. Let me take a look at what I even have so far. XS, XL, L, XS, and S. So this is the only one I'm missing. We're just missing whoever is in the category between 4 and 10. Because we have covered the discoveries for everything else. I'm not sure who would even go in this category. Unless there's another intermediate size. You know what? Okay, no, I got an idea. Let's get these guys out of here for a moment. We're gonna make a medium pool for these guys using the water. Except that just kind of dissolves them. Yeah, and then more of them spawn, so that doesn't work, I don't think. Because I was thinking, if we have a slightly larger pool, doesn't that imply that we can smoke these down here? No, they just dissolve in water, so... I feel like a best shot if we can grow another one of these on a big tree. Like if we are able to water it. I feel like that might be a best bet, but let me take a look at this again. So you can make a new tree, but then how do you make a bigger tree? As the trees mature, even more creatures will sprout and their coloring will change. I just don't remember how we got the big ones. Ensures its survival by growing many small ones at once. Oh yeah, we never actually did finish discovering all the colors for this one. I'm wondering if we can make a tree grow bigger. That's the main thing I'm considering at the moment. What if we planted it in the pool? I don't think that'll work though because it won't hit dirt. Also, did we just jump in this form? Yeah, we have. Maybe we need to cake something else in the dandelion puffs and then make that look bigger. No, they just pop actually. Oh, except to clean this. Hang on. Oh wait, no, hang on. It trapped this. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Maybe. Okay, no. We needed to trap. Yeah, okay, I see. We need to lead a creature of an appropriate size in here and trap it to make a larger size one. I think that's probably going to be the case. So who are we going to toss in here to make that happen? Who would make this work? Because this looked promising for a moment here. Also, I don't think these towers count. Tough one to figure out. Splash it a bit? No. If we could just make the tree grow bigger. Sprout some big ones. Can't tell what we could possibly be missing. I mean, where the larger yellow ones, that's already in size S. So who can be made slightly larger? Medium. Someone slightly larger. That didn't do anything. Let's throw somebody else in there, perhaps. If you're in a small size, then you get trapped inappropriate. One here, that's still not big enough. We need someone a little bigger to get lured in. Walk somebody in here. Couldn't have been a turnip itself. What if you trapped something like the turnip in here? That's quite the collection of handsomely sized creatures you found. Oh, okay, so that actually does work. Mega Kerblipuff. Big Kerblipuff. That's the one we're going for, a big one. There is actually a big size one that was in here. So that's 100% now. I thought we could have done something like that, but I just couldn't set up the right size. It turns out we just needed to smash the bigger one. Okay, that's it for this one then. Let's end. Well, that was reasonably interesting. Comparing them in this way has demonstrated to me how their sizing enables their unique abilities, yeah. That gets us over the 2,000 mark for discoveries. 2005, the year of Yoshi Touch and Go. Seaside speed rankings. I guess we have to make everything go fast and take measurements. Let's do it. Let's make them race. Probably need to feed them some pepper here and there to get additional measurements. Only one creature can come out on top as the fastest sprinter of the open seas. So let's get some propulsion going. Yeah, and so this one's going to roll, this one's going to... Also, let's, yeah, our interface is kind of a mess right now. Let's do a bit of adjustment. Depending on whether the measurements are just going to come out on top again, let's move a few things. I like having the pedometer, but we'll move it up and see if it obstructs very much. So that doesn't get a measurement though, so let's figure out how we can actually get a measurement. Remaining... Oh, okay, so there's a bit of distance. So I see, we just need to basically drive it a whole distance, I would guess. And how do we get it back? I think we might have lost our opportunity, but then let's go forward and see what happens if we just chased him along. Yeah, because there is an updraft here for flying. That will be important later. There are peppers up above. That will be very important, as we guessed. Because we'll need to do a pepper variant for everybody involved. Anyway, Yoshi's going to be slow. But if we reach the finish, then what does that do? Oh. You know what? We can probably turn each of them and get within range of that pepper. Well, let's see, because this is sending me all the way back. Maybe that's not what we want to do. But we can get to the pepper, that will make things interesting. Here we go. Lots of pepper, in fact. Alright, I guess we should go all the way over to the right. At least we know where the pepper is, because then we need to feed each creature to measure them accordingly, then we'll do so. I feel like we're supposed to restart this though, because we were given the creatures at the beginning. Oh, no, here's one. So, Yoshi was 6. But then I guess we need to reset to take each of these. Unless we can just... Yeah, no, because I guess you have to do to race them to start. You can't just measure them at the end here, because you just exit, and then we redo it. And we take more measurements. Okay. But then that means that before we actually get any of these creatures started, we have to get the pepper going. Hang on. I think we just need to grab this one. There we go. Oh, and there was an updraft to it. Oh yeah, no, as soon as you touch one, then you have to race with it. We are seeing a bit of slowdown here sometimes. But I wonder if that means that I can carry a pepper with me to the next cycle. It must, I think. Changed your mind. Oh, right, because we swamped creatures, so that doesn't give you the accurate measurement. But it does give you a discovery. Okay. Yeah, just need to get a good measurement going here. Perhaps. Jellyflesh, and it gives me my time. And if you touch this, know what happens. It'll let you fill this, but then of course there's a lot more work to do. So you can actually set your own time for each of them then. You're not just ranking them whichever way, but it does mean we're going to go up to the pepper when we can, as soon as we can. And yeah, it resets you here, but I don't know if it gives me the pepper. Because as soon as I cross, I think we might have to commit. So we can get that pepper. Yeah, the music starts up, so the race starts up. Oh, I see. Yeah, because then we'd be able to get up here to the pepper if we jet up here instead. Alright, then... Yeah, because they just raced themselves, I guess. And then you can just boost along with this. Yeah, faster under the water. Yes. So maybe you need to beat a certain benchmark with each of these. Or at least take them from the beginning. Okay. That's fine. We will need to get the peppers for one round, but not having done that yet for now, let's just try to get some times in with every creature first. Oh, and the pepper is actually available right there, except, oh, I lost it. Okay, never mind that. Then why don't we just restart it? Unless that breaks our ranking or something. Okay. So we need to not wipe out this time. I mean, we just ride away, right? What could be different about it? So maybe you just need to get a reasonable time with them. But yeah, it'll be vital to discover if the pepper can actually be kept, or if it's something that you consistently do need to acquire in the middle of the race. Okay. We'll discover that later. Let's see what we can do. Oops. That was not what I was trying to do. Hang on. Lightless gullible, yeah. Let's redo it. And yeah, if you beat your previous time, then it sets your new record time. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to see if the peppers can be kept between runs. I suspect not, but we'll have to figure that out. Because if not, then we need to figure out how to kind of grab a pepper midway. Probably by just flying one of these guys up to it, actually. That's what the updraft is for. It's for giving you that. You know what? Let's take it to the updraft, in fact. Oops, I missed it. Totally overshot the pepper, actually. Now we have the radar for it. Okay, in that case, let's see if we can cycle around with the pepper, or it looks like it'll just do a full restart though, so. I think you just need to aim well with each of the creatures to get a pepper time with them. We're only at 36% so far. So yeah, what happens? I think it just resets. So I think we need to catch the pepper en route. Yeah. We'll have to do that. Possibly using the big wave. Oh. We changed our mind with this one though. What if Yoshi just goes for the pepper himself? Can he run on the water? Surely you must. Oh, I accept I lost that opportunity, so never mind. Yeah, Yoshi should be able to cross the finish line with a pepper, but we need to figure out how to do that. Oh, totally took it in a bad start. Never mind. Let's do it. We haven't actually finished a run with the Delta Flyer just yet, so we'll try to fly it across more accurately and specifically try to catch the updraft too. Oh no, that was a change your mind, so let's redo it. Oh, whoops, I dunked it, so never mind that. We need to approach it a better angle here. As it's going forward. Nope. Oh, bad catch. Yeah, we need to catch it as it's out of its dive. I missed a pepper already. Oh, the pepper's all the way up here, that's why. But it's not really doing enough of an updraft for me. Yeah, and then Yoshi can run with the pepper. And we'll see if it registers a time for this. Or tells me anything. A bit of trouble in the water, really? No. Okay, but then this is going to be a full restart. I don't know if there's a way for Yoshi to jump up towards the pepper without triggering the start of the level. Yeah, if you don't touch any creatures, then it doesn't actually trigger anything. Oh, yes, it does. So never mind. Okay, never mind. So if you cross a certain boundary, that's what happens. But let's try to beat this guy to pepper this time. No. If you jump on it, that doesn't work. I'm trying to send it up so we can actually ride the updraft all the way up to the pepper, but not very accurate on my part here. No. Yeah, no. Not able to catch it. That's okay, let's just finish a run with it first because we haven't done so at any point. Okay, that's a little different from what I was going for, but that's fine. Nope, drowned it. That does raise an interesting question though, which is, what do we pick up one creature and then ride the other one? I don't know. No. Well, we need to at least finish a run with each of them, which we're still pretty far from doing. There we go. We need to catch the updrafts better. That's absolutely been a story here, and yeah, unfortunately. Some creatures must be carried and some must be ridden. Yeah. but that unfortunately doesn't get me over. Okay. Yeah, at the very least we need to ride the updrafts high enough that we can get around that wave. I feel like we definitely need a pepper for this, but... let's go low into this and really try to ride all the way up. Good, good. This is what we need. This is what we need. That's what we need. That goes way over the wave. I think you kind of need to take the pepper in order to get it across the finish line at all, maybe. We're only at 45% though, so clearly just already be done with that. Okay, let's take a look at this. In the book so far. Yeah, so it sets a record for each of them. It even gives you some tips on how to go faster. You'll go even faster if you can master skipping along the water's surface. So we got Delta Flyer, Jellyfish, Panasonic Waterboard. We haven't taken the fish yet. We haven't taken the seagulls up top yet either. I think as soon as you pick this guy up, it goes to it. Yeah, so we can't really... ride these across, can we? At least I need a way to get up to them. I mean, that technically does run across. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, we should at least log something in a book for every creature that's available here. That seems to be part of what we need to do, but... but I need to not have it register as a change to mine. Okay. And we'll just ride this across all the way and see what happens. Wonder if we can get a pepper on them. Nope, they bump. I mean, I did have to jump on something else first in order to ride this one, so I don't know if this would work. Also, there's a lower rung of peppers over here that we should have thought about going for. And yeah, there's that other fish that comes later that we should cross if we can. Maybe there's some kind of advanced speed objective that you need to beat, like a time that you need to beat for each creature to get an additional discovery, given that there is room for improvement. It's the finish line, right? And it doesn't tell me anything because this just registers as being Yoshi again, so... Well, given that we're at 45%, I bet there is a benchmark time. We've taken these 4 already. We haven't taken this fish over here all the way across to poke it floats. Let's stay underwater with it. And then surface for some air. Or more of its jet. Did pretty well. It's still only 55%, so quite a lot to see still. Yeah, I bet there is a speed time that you need to beat then. That would make the most sense. Although it's suspicious that we can't do anything with the gulls up top. Because they do run across the surface of the water. I feel like there's some possibility if we can just get up there, like catch one of them with a tongue. Yeah, this guy you can definitely get a pepper with. Let me take a look here. Because it'll give you tips for speed with each one. Skip along the water's surface. We got the pepper. I want to slow down and speed up to roll right over the waves. Okay. Yeah, because then we can try to skip. Totally not doing it here. Oh. Okay. That actually does do it. Doesn't improve my existing time though. Probably need to pop some hints to see what this stage is looking for. It's got to be something with the gulls now. I would have to believe that's the case. Like, oh yeah, because you need to catch the first one quickly. Okay, yeah, I see. If you catch the first one quickly, then you can bring it down and then perhaps walk with it. Like spit it to the left and walk with it. I don't know. Yeah, because they start flying right away and then can't seem to catch it. Unless there's a way I can get up there without registering one of these as a touch.
Wow.
Because if I can catch one of the gulls early, it looks like it's possible, and we can. Then head on with it. No, wasn't able to catch it. Well, I can move up to it early, but then we tried that already in terms of trying to send it all the way across. Okay, let's get a sense of the hints here so we know at least what we're looking for. Whether it's just faster times with each, or if we do in fact need to do something completely different. Yeah, we need a time with it, but then how do you get up on top of it? Maybe we need that hint. So Yoshi can set a time as well. I don't know why this wasn't already marked though. It's something that we could do. Probably because maybe it detected that as switching between creatures. I mean, it said multiple times that Yoshi was struggling in the water, but if we can get up to the pepper just by going like this, and then Yoshi can have a pepper time. Because we do know there's a second run of pepper. Also, some of them are just around like that. Oh, and then we picked that up, so that's not what we want. Missed a pepper already. It looks like if you just jump across from the beginning, that you can get up to the gull. Like, if you get the gull as the first landing, maybe it does still register that as the time that you're going for. Some of them do clearly come down in an obtainable spot. Can I... Yeah, okay, no, we'll take the flight time, but of course it does even better if it runs. Like if you pluck its feathers. But we did land on it first and we haven't changed, so this should register time. But it clearly walks across the water much faster, and so we're able to do something with that. Hang on. Well, except now I can't catch up to it, so... Yeah, okay, then we gobble up one of those and we hit the other one with an egg, and then we try to land on top of it in the running form. That should hopefully do it. But we should get one cycle that's at least going to give us a flight time on it. They're not being lowered the way they usually were. Yeah, because we need some of them to sink down a little bit. Nope. I guess if Yoshi has an egg, then he can hit a pepper with an egg. And then he can get himself a pepper for the run. But who's going to give me an egg here? That's the thing. Not these ones, for sure. Well, no, that gives me an egg. You know what? We can grab a few of these. Because that actually solves a small problem for us here. Oh, no. Which is that we could have just lowered one nice and early using an egg. Okay, no, that solves it, in fact. Lower one early using an egg and then ride on it before the start line. Yeah, I forgot that we could just use this as a source of eggs here. That goes for the pepper locations later as well. Except it took too long with this now, the gulls are too far away. Are they? Or not. Except that's too far now. Yeah, you can't hit it when it's way ahead like that. I do have to drop it to my left. And then have it come down in a playable area. No. Just get it away. Maybe I should just whack that with an egg to drop it out first, just so it's not obstructing. No, it doesn't even do that. Hang on. Okay, I'm not riding this one yet, so... Okay, actually, if you just bounce on it, then it doesn't start the interaction. We should have just done that. I thought it did. Because then you can ride the gulls just fine. Let me just... Hang on, I messed this up already. Take an egg. Come on. And then... drop this guy. Oh, come on. Oh, missed it. Really do need to drop him when he's on your left, but... Okay. Toss up. Nope. That doesn't do it. Ugh. But that tossing it up actually does restore its wings. I do need to drop it to my left in such a way that I can catch up to it and... ride it across. That is surprisingly tricky. However, it does raise a possibility here. Take 2 eggs. No, I needed to catch it. Actually, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Let's redo it. This is surprisingly technical. Let's get 2. Okay. There we go. Finally. Now let's not get taken out by the wave or something. Oh, come on. What are you doing on my back? And then a bounce off this, except, well, see, yeah, now it's going to say that I changed my mind, and like, this is really full of collision. Finally got that ride going, and we didn't do much with it. Maybe we should just post a flight time with it instead of a walking time, but I don't know. No, we should be able to get a separate entry with Flightless Gullible, though I really think we should be able to, but being able to stay aboard it is untrivial. Whoops, I accidentally rolled it. Yeah, you really can't move that Panasonic at all. You know what? We'll just ride it out this way. Hey, come on, stop it. Everything colliding and taking me out. Maybe you can just hop from one to the next, and then I wonder if that would still register as a flight time. You know what? We'll try it. There's a whole chain of them, right? So... why else would it be set up like this, right? But of course, at this point everybody will run into everything. And we'll lose the rest of that sequence. So yeah, we need to make sure they maintain enough of a height that they don't bump each other like that, but at least we'll set some kind of time with it. And we'll see if changing our mount does anything. Well, at least we know how to get up to the top without Yoshi touching any creature, which means that he can do the pepper run just at his own time. And do it unobstructed. Whoop. Come on. Tricky handling on these. But yeah, there have to be separate readings for Gullible and Flightless Gullible. It just makes too much sense, given that they do register in the bottom left as two separate creatures. It has to be. Wrong page as usual. Glides atop the water after losing its wings, so maybe it isn't a separate time, but jumping from one to the other encourages them to speed up. We should try that actually, and try it a little bit more accurately. It did give us a pretty big percentage gain though. Oh. Yeah, so whoop. Come on. Can't reach. We need to. Let's come up a bit. Well, this is already kind of a bad time, or at least a bad time in the making. Yeah, we can do much better than this, obviously, but at least the level logs everything, so people can have their own speed categories eventually. A new record. But we can do better. Well, the way that this is arranged, it looks like filling in another entry as Yoshi will fill up the board, but what we should do is grab an egg in case we need to aim for dropping the pepper. Or in case we need to get other things out of our way. Yeah, we'll let them fly first, because then Yoshi can cross and go for the pepper. Didn't let them cross early enough. Come on. Just every single one. It's very difficult to jump and throw at the same time because of the button assignment on them. Or rather with the right stick throw anyway. Maybe it's easier if we're using a throw on R. It would be easier to use a throw on R actually. Because then we just lock it in position while we float. Yeah, because then it'll be easier to drop the pepper that way. I was getting too accustomed to the right stick throw, and that did lead to some issues here. Because then you can get Yoshi below the pepper like this. And drop it properly if I'm too low to just catch it with a tongue. There we go. And then... Oh, except I got dunked in the water, and so that cooled down Yoshi from the pepper, so that didn't work. You do need to devour the pepper and then land on the water surface, so maybe that's not the best way to do it. Let's figure this out. Do some kind of diagonal throw and catch with your tongue, I don't know. Okay, let's let him fly first, just to make some room. Nope. There we go. That's the way to do it. Except, no. I've done quite a wave. Okay. So yeah, you can run on the surface, but then you have to be aware of the waves so they don't just show. They don't just soak you and take the effect off. That's how to get Yoshi onto Pepper. Entirely too finicky to do it. You don't even need to do it. You just need Yoshi to reach the finish line unobstructed to get some kind of time. And of course, we'd like to do it this way if we're able. Nope, missed it. Missed everything. And now we're too low to catch the next rung as well. Except I got washed off. Yeah, that's really tricky to set up. A lot trickier than it looks. All we're doing is trying to get Yoshi a completion time that is Pepper assisted. Okay. Tell me the Pepper was there on the radar, but we somehow contrived to completely miss. It's a surprisingly tricky one to complete. Just given all the effects that can happen with water washing things away, knocking you off your perch. Where are my peppers? Except, oh, okay, we sent it way too far. Well, that's one way to do it. Nope, missed. You know what? What do we toss? There we go. We'll probably get hit by the wave, but at least we'll get some kind of completion time. Yeah, so we did get a Yoshi time, did we? Yoshi's time, well, he kind of struggled with it. 73%, so let's see what's remaining to discover. Can every Yoshi run on water after eating a hot pepper, or just this one? All of them, obviously. Jet-powered glider. Oh, okay, so you can combine them. Yeah, we're doing that. Okay, so yeah, because we actually did have a setup similar to that earlier, we just didn't take advantage of it, and so actually using combinations is quite possible here, except I lost my opportunity to get my glider. Where is it? Come on, let me catch you. No. Too slow. So I wonder if we need to go glider first or jet first. Probably jet first. Come on, let me catch. This thing is really fussy to control. Like, because basically you hold right, it bends it clockwise. Like it aims it clockwise. You hold left, it aims it counterclockwise, and it's very different from any other kind of relative orientation that you would expect. Oh, nope, I didn't manage to catch it. Yeah, so... Wait, no. That's not how it works, though. We got it to set up earlier by... having it catch... Well, let me see. I think you need to catch it when it's going backwards, and then... Actually, no. You catch the flyer first, and then you let the jet come your way when you stall. I think that's how it works, and then it would catch down below. We had it happen accidentally at some point. Oh, not like that. Nope. You have to do the initial catch and then stall with it somehow. Do some kind of loop. Perhaps. Oh, yeah, that was the point to catch it, and we missed it. See if I can catch up to it. Possibly not. I bet there's a jet interaction with almost all of these creatures. But it's difficult to set up. Oh. It's really tricky to catch it at an acceptable angle. Do we need to intercept a jet as it's coming? Oh, no, and yeah, it came in a little low for that. Maybe, or you need to go jet first and then get carried, but then your aim would need to be excellent. Maybe catch it as it's going a certain way in a cycle. Can't see though. You can kind of see its wing. Watch its timing. No, except it's gone already. Wait, what happened to it? It's probably just too far forward already. Yeah, I think you do kind of need to catch it with the jet, but... Oh, that's one interesting way to do it. Not what we were looking for. Yeah, this thing is really difficult to control. I keep thinking that I can have it match the orientation of where you're pointing the stick with Yoshi, but it's not like that. It's not camera relative, it's Yoshi relative controls. And That's very unintuitive to me. Whatever. Yeah, I don't think I can catch it that way. I just don't know which creature I'm supposed to take first in order to do that. It looks like it has to be flyer first, but... Possibly the 100 coin hint gives you some sense of how to set it up. But then the 100 coin hints, as we know, are famously useless. We do know that you can catch it on the updraft. Like here, that was almost it. Like there is a moment when it is possible to maybe intercept, but... Yeah, because the problem is that everything just starts taking off right away. Maybe you roll with this. Some speed and then catch up. Oh, that would even count though. No, because you just busted, so that doesn't even work. Yeah, let's pop the 100 coin hint on this because I just don't know how to set it up. Glide with the swooping insect while carrying the jet-powered jelly. That does not help at all. That's what we've been trying to do. That does not even remotely help. Because as soon as you pick up, the timer goes and everything starts speeding. And you can't just ram it below because it doesn't catch you at all. I think you do have to catch it, but you have to catch it at an angle that doesn't ram it. You have to catch it by flying parallel to it underneath or something, and then having it pick you up. But we got something. Jetted across the water's surface, we at least got that by accident. So maybe we don't need to finish the race with it being caught. We just need to combine them somehow at least once. And yeah, that's the thing, is that if you crash that, you get a second one. So maybe we need to take advantage of that instead. Crash the first one. Deliberately. And then catch the next jet. Except, no, that took off as well because I got stomped. So many things in the way. Okay. Everything just runs you over while you're trying to set up the interactions. Okay, crash it. No, and then I got buried because I got rolled. And so I couldn't catch that in time. We need to get a little bit more air so I can catch without being rolled on. Oh, nope, and then that busted through it, so except maybe you're able to get another one. There we go, finally. Finally. So it's 91%. We'll need the hint for the last one, I think. Page. Is D-pad up to go into the current entry, D-pad right to go into the index, and I always get them mixed up. Served with some extra gusty gusto. That's with the fish, right? poke floats. Maybe on a surfboard. I'm not even sure. But yeah, got a new time for it at least. Yeah, in the end, times don't really matter. You just need to discover the interactions. Okay, as far as that Gusty Gusto goes, then why don't we just... Oh yeah, it's got to be these two. Nope, except I lost it. Okay, no, you need to set it up so that the board is well to the left. You catch the fish and then you jump the board. Like, toss the board way back. Oh no, it got caught. Well, that doesn't help. Hang on. No, except it rolls back down, so that doesn't help either. Can I put it on this side? And that way I've got plenty of room to get on it. Nope. Come on. That's 100%. There we go. Yeah, you just do the little double jump interaction with it here. Anyway, that's 100% a long last in this stage. That took surprisingly long to set up. Yeah, a lot more going on in these stages than one would think, given that you're just doing some light cataloging. You can update the speeds however you want as you replay it. This will be an interesting speedrun category to watch. Okay, sneaky hide and seek. Anyway, you need to find all the creatures. That's fine. We can really do that. Actually, given how long it took us for certain discoveries, this could turn out to be tricky. Yeah, we'll need to break the rocks. We'll need to grow some of this stuff. The first one found. Yeah, but down here we will need to wash this off and then blow up the rock. But then how am I going to escort it all the way over? Let's think about this. Gonna pacify it a little bit. Okay, that's fine. We got an even bigger rock over here, though. And we'll need... well, actually, no, it's just part of the decoration underneath. But we've got a lot more rocks to break over here. Now... let me see if I can think about what the apples will get me. We can crack some of this stuff, obviously. Oh, we can plug in over here. Well, that's not what we were going for exactly, but... possibly I can bomb that out as well. If we find a way to water this... if we have another source of water nearby... I mean, the frog could do it, potentially. duck. Oh, it's gonna roll if you do that. Yeah, we need to get rid of the leaves here. In fact, we should figure out one of the mechanics for doing so. I wonder if the frog can get me water to douse this, though. I think it might be able to. It looks like if you grow some apples here, you might be able to bounce on top of them too. Do even more. Actually, no, what we need to do is we need to get us the pepper so you can use the bubbles to pop the leaves and get the leaves out of the way. And just eliminate all the foliage you can, I think. Given that that's usually going to give you something. Or you could even use the bubbles in conjunction with the shellfire to blow something up. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. You can both collide like that. But you could potentially take some bubbles. Lots of bubbles if you can. And it doesn't really get me anything up here, but we should look for shaken leaves and like. This is totally something up here, for instance. There we go. Oh, and then we can make some mud with it, and maybe even give it to a shy guy for watery purposes, or something like that. Oh, and these fall down from up top. Okay, that's giving me valuable information. Because you can wash these and squirt with them. Yeah, because then you can ignite whenever you want. Like, put mud on this, put next to a destructible object. Ideally without having it roll everywhere. It's going to roll everywhere. That's okay, we can just spray it and then we'll still blow things up with it. Oh, whoops. No, I didn't want to stomp it like that. I just wanted to jump it gently. Whoops. That's okay. We can still do something over here, too. Blow things up. Let's get another one. We need to grow more apples, for sure. In fact, let's just do that now. Because then we can jump on things. Give ourselves some more apples for jumping. Or just for apple purposes in general. Let's take a look. There's a lot going on here that I feel like we can heal out for sure. Okay, so yeah, that's how you find this one. Again, we don't need to stomp it, we just need to do a little spray. And that will allow me to break the rock. Good time. As well as many of the leaves. Now, this doesn't do much for me, but we can break this, possibly do something with the leaves over here. And break the nut as well. When we can. Oops. Stop it here. Oh, hang on. And we'll just toss it to the left. That did nothing. Broke the nut, but it did nothing else for me. That's okay, we'll break the other rock. See if this does anything. Nothing of note. And technically a lot of these rocks are still breakable, but let's see what's going on over here. Oh. Got this guy. Lots I've yet to check. So yeah, but then we can blow this up. We've got the interaction to do that. Blow up a lot of this stuff, in fact. Because we do have a portable way to destroy anything we want at this point. I haven't looked up here. We can probably move this guy out of the way with a fruit, and we'll see if there's anything else he's hiding. Look at that, there's a little... Oh yeah, no, it just part of the book. Found 8 sneaky creatures, yeah. We can do something with the pepper. Bounce this guy, perhaps. The fact that we have pepper available at all is significant because pepper allows me to pop things using the frog, which is important. In fact, we give it to... Oh, there's something over here too. I think I'll need to break everything there first, but if we can grow some more pepper, then we have a supply. Here you are. There we go. Where else can grow these? Yeah, there we are. That'll be very valuable to have. Where's my frog? Here it is. Oh, Shy Guy has it. Hang on. Then we can peel all the leaves we want. Right? At least I thought so. Here we go. I mean, typically this will only be relevant to anything that's shaking at us. But we have seen some things hidden, potentially, so... But we don't want to wreck all of the fruit we've grown, though. Oh, whoops. Changed it over to apples. I knew there was something up here that was shaking. There we go. Peel leaves all over the place at this point. I want to, in conjunction with mud, do some of this though. How much higher can we go? Not that much higher. Yeah, given that we're already at 73%, I imagine that there's not too much here beyond just finding the creatures in terms of additional interactions. Absolutely, we'll need to break this. We have a way to do it. Let's do it then. Break everything we can in the area. Yeah, found a burst worm. I wonder if we can actually go further up here. I mean, no, I mean, it would come out of the ceiling there because it is the end of the line as far as that's concerned. Let's get some more bombardment going. Oh, okay, that works too. You can just throw it even if it is in mud form. Would have been useful to know that earlier. Three more to go. There's a lot to blow up over here. We can probably still work with. All this grass over here as well that we haven't interacted with at all yet. Oh yeah, here it is. There we go. And one found. And then we can really blow everything up. Including digging through rock. Which may give us one of the final discoveries. Well, given how much you can break with it now. In crystal form. The possibilities are many. Yeah, because with a crystal form it just goes straight through terrain, which means that we can break anything and everything. Wait to finding whatever's left. Oh, there's totally something here. I take this guy out. There we go. Just need to tag it. I mean, at this point we can just break everything, including some of the nuts, which we had not really worked with. And more of the dirts. And indeed more of the rocks that are in the background as well. That's all breakable and that has some potential. Or perhaps not. Yeah, I don't see any leaves shaking at this point, but we do have a way to just break everything at this point, so... Well, it could be something subtle. I mean, it was all that grass down below. Let's keep going up this way. Break this open, cut all the grass. We'll probably pop the hint for this one, but we'll take another quick sweep first. Oh, this is totally something. I mean, how do I pluck it out of the ground? Should I just make it grow with some water, perhaps? Maybe I'm able to. Let's take a bit of water for spraying. Where's my jug? There we go. Where was it? It was here. I think we just grow this. There we go. And then we should be able to grow some new ones with sufficient water. There we are. Yeah, that was a neat one to discover there. That's 93%, so we have something else that can be done. And given that we found all the sneaky creatures, I can't imagine... Oh, actually, no, it does say 100% at this point, so that is filled in. We just paused it too soon. And so, yeah, nothing additional for this one. We just need to find everything. And have the final discoveries registered accordingly, and then every sneaky creature found. That was just the last one that got us over the line from 100. Okay, that was easy. Let's take that one, because the one before it certainly took entirely too much time. Okay, sneaky hide and seek is out of the way. Let's do Merry Music Festival. And get them all to play together. Cross creature orchestration, yeah. We probably need to trigger a couple of tunes as we've been doing throughout the experience. Okay. Queued up and ready for show. Sure, let's just trigger everything. Now if I can reach that. Okay, let's see how we can manipulate these further. There are going to be note fruits later on as well that we should keep an eye on. Let me make sure there's nothing else I can do on this side to reach. Oh, and it plays the athletic theme from Yoshi's Island. Let's let it play through. But then can we do anything else? I see the lights up top are kind of lighting up. But if you keep bouncing, then we'll play the Yoshi's Island athletic theme, and then... So what did I even activate to make this go? Maybe we just keep playing. I was trying to lick this up top and activate it somehow. Yeah, no, we just keep playing, actually. And then we kick the party up a notch. Hyper tempo version, yeah. And we actually just need to play through the whole tune then. Make your own remix, exactly. When I was streaming Rhythm Heaven, one thing I wasn't showing off was some of the toy box activities on this side, because they do have some interesting mixing boards in there as well, similar to what we have here. Oh, this is only 22%, so obviously we need to do more. Let's play some more tune. So what do we raise this all the way to the top? Oh, there's more that we can do. There we are, note fruit. Okay, let's give note fruit to everybody. And probably pop one of these guys as well. And also we've got a can as an extra instrument, probably for when we find a shell. Oh, the shell's down here, so let's give him a can maybe. I bet we have to give note fruit to everybody by the end, and that's what we're supposed to do. Now, as far as the aquacotta goes, I wonder if... Here we go. Yeah, because then you have Yoshi's story. And so you can activate all kinds of tunes from across the Yoshi series, it seems. I think we try to activate everybody. But then what do we do with the additional note fruit? Where did the other note fruit even go? So yeah, you can carry whichever instrument you like, but then what if we use this guy as a jug instrument, can we? We totally can, look at this. Aquacata can take part as well, can it? Yeah, it is an instrument. Because of course it is. Perfect what? Perfect control of the rhythm. I was totally not intending that, considering how much Rhythm Heaven we've been playing recently. Didn't even occur to me to plan a beat. And presumably we need to feed enough note fruit to everybody down below. I'm not sure how we'll get enough, given that we've only got 2 over here. However, it's not the note fruit that lets you bounce really high on them, it's something else. Oh, whoops. Well, you can go higher. Then why would you? Because you can get more note fruit and just get the whole band worked up. Yeah, not very many discoveries to do here, given that each one is giving you about 22% or so, but... What do we give this guy, note fruit? Oh, whoops, wrong way. Or this one, for that matter. Nope, it doesn't do anything. Okay, that's gotta do something, right? We need to get another instrument in here, I think, to do this properly. Oh, actually, one moment. There's one thing I hadn't considered. We'll do this first, but then... once we've activated everything... Yoshi will also eat. Light everything up. Although Yoshi didn't sing for very long, so... I mean, I should be able to do something with all the instruments here as well, right? Maybe if I jump on top of the fruit. I don't know if there's anything else for me to do up here. Let's... oh, wrong thing. Let's take a look at the hints. Added upbeat flair. Well, it looks like that's what we were trying to do with Yoshi, but couldn't quite trigger it. I'm just running through the instruments. I think we need to get the band to start really playing the song first. Add your own lively flourishes. I wonder if... well, it looks like we need to really ram into everything here. Well, let's get the band going first. Yeah, you need to get them to play first, and then... Yeah, you need to get them going first, and then... So how do you get it to register as added your own lovely flourishes? Let's leave this down here for a moment. We'll just play along as is. Gotta be something with Yoshi eating a note fruit that we haven't done. So you get as much note fruit as you like, but should be able to do more. Get the whole band up and running, and then can Yoshi sing along with it? Not really. There's some kind of interaction with the other playable instruments here that we... Oh, you know what? No, Yoshi can kick them. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, because you stomp on a downbeat, you kick on the upbeat. That's how you do it. Probably something doable up top as well then. Let's see. What do we get these all going, and then... I haven't really seen what to do with the water down here yet, actually. It looks like it's potentially interesting. What if I'm holding an instrument myself? Yeah, you essentially get like 11% per discovery, so about 9 total in this stage. Just want to see how they can get triggered. Lively flourishes. It looks like it's something instrument related, but can't exactly see what it might be. Several chimes at the same time. I wonder if I need an egg maybe to do it. Or some other kind of spit. Sounded nearly as crumpled as it looked. Oh yeah, okay, so what we need to do is we need to deflate the aquaconda first, then use it as an instrument. There we go. Yeah, so we need it deflated. And then we pass it. And get it to play. That is quite the sound. Very neat little interaction there. So to hit several chimes at once, I would need something like a throw or... Which I think I can do. Like, we can actually do it with this guy. There we go, that does it. Several chimes at the same time. Down tempo version. Okay, so we just need to maybe have a nice long jump between beats. Yeah, simplify timing of hops, you can change the tempo of the song. So we just need to do the one that's adding your own flourishes now. I think I just did that. Okay, I don't even know what the requirement for that was, but that's okay. We'll, again, keep hitting the wrong button every time we go back to the book. Doesn't explain what counts here, but we did it. And that's it. Well, there's another race coming. We'll see if that one takes as long to put together as the one over the water. Okay, all-terrain race. Rocky racetrack full of challenging terrain. Yeah, so you'll need to manage to complete this with each creature, it seems. And it'll probably time them as before. There might be a change to mind interaction here again, but likely as not, we'll trigger that accidentally like we did last time. Okay. Well, let's take them each and go. Give it some food. Oh, the mud's probably not a good idea, but... yeah, give it some speed. Could have done better on this one, but that's okay. Oh yeah, and you bump, then it loses speed. That's okay. Hold on for dear life. And we'll do it with every creature. Exit only when you're ready. What do we do? Sabotage by... okay. You know what? Let's break some rocks here while we still can before we go out, so we can just see what else we can pick up. Ramming speed. Just want to see what else we can break around here. So waterfall interaction as well. That will be relevant later. Oh, there's quite a lot going on up there too. I bet we can go up to the tree and just peel everything here. healed all of that, but that doesn't get you anything. Okay, at least we know what's going on and possible around here. Looks like there might be a top path actually above all this. We'll not see with this creature, but that's something we should keep an eye out for later. Let's restart. And let's get a time with him actually, since we can. Yeah, just burst through the ground from time to time. Don't need to dig the whole way. And isn't he a speedy one? Yeah, so you need to win the race at least once. Doesn't matter which creature, but you do need to win at some point. Again, let's jump on this guy without triggering anything. Oh, whoops, lost it. Yeah, you need to kind of trust him to do the jumping yourself. Let's just get the change your mind objective if there is one. Let's see if it does trigger. Oh, reverse my mistake. Hang on. Gave that a bit of a tickle. Whoops. Oh, actually, that counts as going with the hashtag rather than with the board. Let's get some more. And we'll just ride once with everybody and see how we do. Wonder if you can move some of the wingdings here with fruit and ride them to the end as well. Waterboard's all the way in the top corner. It tells me just how many creatures you need to register for this one. Okay, let's roll. Yeah, I can just bust through here. Whoops, the mud was not a great idea, but I should get through a little bit here. Should have gone for the water there, actually. Just to have this come out cleanly. Whoop. And traded your starting creature for a faster one? Oh well. Wasn't really intentional, but... Register some kind of time. Hop between creatures and reach the goal. Yeah, all part of the plan. The designers know what's up there. It's totally intentional. Okay, if we hit the mud, we'll roll it in water and continue that way. I don't think we can really do it any other way here. Oh, forgot to duck. Forgot to duck. Oh. And that was a trade. Okay, couldn't quite make it through the hump here. We just needed to get on the board, actually. Maybe we need to rethink this one. Yeah, mainly just need to complete the races. Everybody. Including Yoshi, probably, for calibration, just like in the previous stage. Okay, if we can get past the ending, this one is doable. Let's see. There's some speed control that you have to do too, I think, to know when to roll. Oh, no, forgot to duck. Okay. Well, could not get through the end. So what do I even do with that rock? I think we just need to gain enough speed for it. We should keep an eye out for the fruit indicator as well, also, in case there's pepper or something going on. That would resolve certain problems. Gotta remember duck here. So... yeah, we actually just need to sit here and get pushed like that, perhaps. Because how else do I even finish with it? Unless we use the tilting property of the seesaw section near the end, but I think we actually just need to let ourselves get pushed. Like, we just stay on board and get pushed through the end. Have to keep falling off here. Can someone kindly come and break this? Except I need to roll this out of here without bumping my head on everything. Okay. That was a bit of a miserable ending there, but we got it. There's got to be a better way to do that. Instead of just waiting for the rock to break, there's got to be a different way to do it. Some way to gain height with it on some of the slopes. Or bounce back. Anyway, we haven't taken this one yet. Getting bumped by everything around you actually does help. Oop. Oh, no, I accidentally fell off. Okay, we'll just finish this as Yoshi and try again. We should be using the manual spin with it, in fact. I can remember how. Yeah, there we go. It's with the kick button, which I underuse sometimes. I often forget about it. Oh, come on. No, no, no. Get on. Get on. Ah. Getting stuck on absolutely everything here. That did not work out. Got completely stuck at the end. Yeah, no, but you can make jumps with that by zipping up a slope, and that's something I have to remember in the later sections. backwards while knocking everybody out, though, and possibly still winning the race because of that. What we know. Ugh, nope.
Wow.
Very difficult to stay aboard it all the way. Up to the ending section, we'll just need to work on that speed control a bit. Oh, nope, wrong button. Jumped off of it by mistake. Nope. Nope. Okay, that was a bit miserable. Started it up by mistake because we had a slight tilt in the stick when landing above the Sonic. To not trigger the race, you really do need to keep the stick nice and straight and have no question of moving the creatures. It's nice and straight above this one. No touch. Just keep it in a neutral position and hope you don't have drift. There's a golden leaf or something up top as well. Let's keep that in mind for later. No, it got knocked down. Very difficult to stay aboard. Like, what even is this up here? Anything? Oh, we can ride the golden one. Maybe we can even ride a 2-stack. Oh, no, now I have to stay on it, though. You can totally ride the golden one, and it totally implies that you can ride the stack. Put two together. Very, very strongly implied. Stack them together. Oh, no. Okay, when you jump on them, then you lose the stack. But anyway, we let it run by itself on autopilot and just not touch anything with Yoshi, and it should actually just do its own thing without disruption. We just don't touch a single thing, except, of course, we need to duck in certain locations. And it even gets first place just by itself. But it counts as the same as the other one. It just gives you a bit more speed. It absolutely looks like you should be able to stack both, though. It's just that if you jump on top, it unstacks. But there's a way to ride the 2-stack. We've seen it before. Hang on. No. Doesn't do it. But can we get them to catch each other while I'm riding? Like, maybe if I ride one and let it get picked up by the other. I absolutely think that the 2-stack should work here. Given that so much of the original level for that was making the stacks and seeing what you could do with them. Maybe you need to keep them together or something. You know what? Let's check the page for those. You can get the stacks. to you. You can stack them up. We never made the 10 stack with the small ones on top, but we're always missing one for that. Maybe you can't ride a 2 stack. Maybe we need to do something else with that. Well, that's okay. Well, see if we can get a decent finish on this for once. Whoop, nope. I mean, maybe we can make the stack and then have them finish the race together without being disrupted, possibly. I'm not even sure if that's going to be a possibility here, but we should actually try to make that happen. Maybe even just foot races as Yoshi too. See if we can do that with a disruption. Oh, except that did get disrupted when they jumped on top. Possibly we just need to let them pass and then chase. Yeah, let him pass first. And chase him across. Oh, that didn't count as a Yoshi finish, unfortunately. Didn't count as anything, unfortunately, except, well, we got these two together here, but that didn't do anything. But it could be possible, perhaps, just to do this on foot as Yoshi and get one of those runs in while we still can. Bump it. Oh, didn't expect to roll on top of anything, but yeah, that would compromise it, I think. It did get a Yoshi time, actually, so that did work. Yeah, we really need to sort out how to get the finish as this guy. Nope. Oh. Maybe I can still ride it. Okay, that's fine. Except I got mobbed.
Wow.
There's got to be a way to make that jump with it. Pick up a lot of speed, perhaps, and see if we can get it up a certain slope. Or just let it be projected by other creatures. Yeah, I keep getting dismounted in that location. And of course it sails right over. You know, you can just go up the ramp with sufficient speed. get above that rock without breaking it. Nope. Accidentally nudged it. Nope, except I fell off. Fell off right at the last moment. There's gotta be something we can do with that. Yeah, the dismount is a big problem here. Oh, we can just ride it like that. Okay. You just crouch into it and ride the rotato over. So now we've filled in the board with all the candidate creatures we can see here, but given that there were some other creatures we encountered as part of the obstacles in the field, maybe you do in fact need to finish with something in that set too. Let's see what we're missing. One way to get rid of the competition. Yeah, so you just need to chomp somebody. That's fine. That can be done. Rolling too fast. And why would it... Oh, okay. No, it looks like a hashtag on top of this guy. Let's see. Yeah, because it uses his feet to roll it, right? And so it would roll too fast. And then we can tug the tail. That's one thing that we totally forgot to do. That is absolutely possible. You know, let's do that. Yep. The ultimate rolling combination. Let's just write it out to see what kind of time we can finish with. As I remember to duck in the appropriate locations. Oh, nope. Couldn't quite do it. Okay, never mind. Let's do take out the competition. Yeah, we need to kind of sneak below some of them to catch them though, I think. I can't get off the board right now. Okay. Yeah, we just need to snipe something from below. That did not work. couldn't do it. No, I think we've lost our chance. Unless anybody's conveniently stuck here for us. Nah, way off. Need better speed control with it. The silhouette in the book does show it intercepting the hashtag, or the tag it, as it were. We're very close to doing it. I think we need to hit both worms to gain enough speed, and it may actually be possible right there instead of being something we have to handle later. Or we could take a longer passage down below first. Actually, we get on top of it. Nope. Come on. Nope, just got intercepted by absolutely everything here. We were very close to having that interaction at that moment, but too much else getting in the way. Missed it, and then missed a lot of the opportunities here, just from time now. Too slow now. Won't be able to catch anything here. Too many misses. Oh, almost, except we missed one. So close. So close. We could have gotten it right there. I think our opportunity has passed. There we go. Much quicker that time. Yeah, there's another one. Okay, I should be able to do it now after catching the diggy back by the tail. And do we need to finish the race with this way? I think we do. Because we don't get caught up by anything. We should just be able to let it do all the work here. Oh. Come on. Nope. Come on. No, 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 no. do it. He's trying to catch his tail at the last moment there. And however, I think you can actually pull it right when you have that interaction. Let me just see if we can remember. Oh, missed it. So it looks like you do need to finish the entire ride with it, which means we'll exercise a bit of control on it, possibly. Yeah, because you can restrict it in some places. That's a bit of a problem in this spot here. I wonder if, yeah, and then if it comes down here, then we've got a big problem. Because then it just runs away.
Wow.
Oh, no, get up. Nope. Trying to pull the tail here, and it's not working out. There's a little control that's possible to exercise some drag on it, but... Okay, let's check the specific requirement on it. What do we need to be with it from beginning to end, or just need to finish with it? Oh, actually, no, you can get it to... Oh, okay, I see the picture now. That's, yeah, you do it while you're on the board. Okay. Okay, so that's all you need to do. You don't need to just ride it. You get it to pull you on wheels. I should have looked at the diagram more closely. That's simple to set up then, because I think just getting the setup is enough to make it work. There we go. Skating made it easy, not for long, but we got it. That's 100%.
Wow.
Tauri, el Ushia.
And let's see about the last one in chapter 11 today. I don't think we'll necessarily go on to 12 today, but we'll see how quickly we can put together the last part of 11 and make some determinations from there. Perilous passage.
Isha Atara,
Some of the creatures we've encountered are actually quite dangerous at times.
Yali, Lantira,
So,
Lu, Makaleri,
which creature is the most dangerous? Well, how do we test that? Do we get them to fight each other?
Yoshi, Alalia,
Or does Yoshi just need to survive it? Let's find out. There probably is a get to the end without being hit requirement going on here. As one of the discoveries, but we'll find out. Oh, we need to save these. So to keep them all alive. It's a lemming stage, maybe.
Tauri,
Seems like they'd like to cross through the passage up above. Survives many dangers. Okay, so we need to
Yoshi, Binito,
defend them. Okay.
Howdy.
Have any flowers been sniped yet? I can't even tell.
Ooh, Linda.
You know what? We just chuck each of these. Actually, no, we need to have them break the wood. Actually, no, that's not how you do it. Okay, they don't break the wood.
Howdy.
They're through despite the danger. Okay, now what do we do with these, considering? Well, we just need to get them all the way out. Nope, nope, they got caught. All of them got caught. Every single one. What do we even do with this? No, we just need to pick them up and throw them across. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. That's, yeah, obviously going to be cut salad. So we'll finish this stage, but then it looks like we escorted nobody, so we need to try again. Yeah, the Nectar's Parade. Like the piranha plants, but not quite. I mean, they even do their own little song and dance with it. Just take some of these to water or something. Oh. Most of this was pretty manageable until we just choked on the dandelion segment. Yeah. Oh. Nope. Accidentally sniped one. Okay. How unfortunate. Yeah, you can only eat so many of those before you get a little sick, it seems, so.
Isha Atara. Howdy. Yoshi, Benito.
Oh, no, no, that was a bad idea. I accidentally sent one over. Whoops. Okay. We were doing all right, and then I put them back in the watermelon. Bit of a panic play there. You know what? We can just grab these. Why were we detonating them in advance when I could just make some eggs? Good. That's much better, in fact. Nope. Oh, bad idea. Let it grow all the way. I bet we could grab the last of these and take it up ahead for combat. That did not work. Nope, nope. Just panic. Here we go. Nope. We'll just tank some of the attacks. Or we could have just gone seeds all along here. Just go for the seeds quickly. And yeah, I mean, obviously this was a problem here. We should have taken one of those as a weapon for this part. Now, this is just a pure escort, I think. Because I don't think we want to just create a path like that. I think we escort them manually, but then you defied the fluff. Let's at least figure out how we're going to save this one. Yeah, because it's going to come down and chase. Save from slicing, but I mean, we can only save one from slicing. That's not enough. Let's do all 5. Proper bunch takes 3, yeah. Well, we'll do all 5, obviously. This is essentially Lemmings. Except with nectar instead. Anyway, you can snipe that immediately. That really works out quite well. Because then you have a totally clear passage well ahead of time. Well, you can clear a great deal of the stage ahead of time, it seems. Oh, this is great. Now we have some weapons. Now we have a weapon. Great. And look at that. We can clear it completely. So how do we deal with this guy a little bit better here? Nope. Solid got cut. We need to figure out how to... I don't remember what we can do with them. Considering that was one of the very first stages that we did. We were fine. We got all 5 up to that point. The boomerang does wonders. You can stun it with the eggs, but then it's still going to be in the way. I think we need to take the flowers individually, just toss them over, and then stun it continuously. Doesn't like the lights. Maybe we just sneak through the grass? I can't imagine that we do, considering that it is going to come down. Okay, anyway, let's rush on ahead and do what we can. Okay, everything clear. Oh, you know what? It's even better if I can get it. Oh, come back. Hang on, no. We need to throw it. Otherwise we get way too much of this going on. Okay, so... can we sneak, or do they also get caught? Let's find It's not coming down. So as long as Yoshi doesn't trigger it, it's fine. Oh, except... No, it's not fine. Except... I accidentally killed some of my own. Okay, that's too bad. Yeah, no, that's okay. You can sneak through, and then you just get behind them, and then you stun. And that's how you do it. And that's all you need, so we were pretty close to doing it. Yeah, you think I should stun it and then throw them over? No, I think what we do is we get them through with a sneak, then they get behind the flowers, and I stun it with the boomerang. With the Beroni, as it were. There's probably some interaction with the butterflies, but we will not see it at the moment. Oh, don't kill your own. I killed my own. Okay. Let's not fire backwards. But we got 5 of them all the way up to the cut salad. We just need to polish off how to defend them past that point, because you can sneak through up to a point.
Yoshi, Benito.
I bet there's some kind of butterfly interaction. Not like that, though. Okay. Back. Anyway, these are all throws. This is a throw. What? How unfortunate. What happened? Who caught them? Oh, this one came back for some reason. Oh yeah, no, that's the one I threw to the left and it actually trailed us over. Okay, that's too bad. Also, I have noticed all this time that this was available. I just haven't done anything with it. Given that we don't want it to eat our own. Although, yeah, because we wouldn't want it to gobble one of ours up by mistake, right? Is it? However, yeah, they can all sneak through and then this comes down. And you can just stun it this way. And then you can actually stun lock it. Yeah, it's going to come down after a certain point, no matter what. So you can just stun lock it all the way, and then you'd still be able to get 3 to safety. So let's get all 5. Still only 60%, so clearly quite a lot can be done. Yeah, the thing is, most of the creatures that are a threat here can be used as offensive tools in their own right. Oh, nope, missed my chance. We'll just have to bop it. Yeah, there's gotta be something I can do with the butterflies. It's too suspicious. Okay, let's toss all of them. Make sure we put this away. No, except that one. I couldn't pick it up quickly enough to rescue. Okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we probably don't want to take it down in advance like this, but I wonder if there's some other interaction we can do with it. Did I just kill it outright? I think I did. You can actually just nuke it with the boomerang. So that's actually interesting because I can go for it aggressively and just kill it. We'll get 4. Let's just walk them all out to see if there's anything to circle before, and then we'll go back for 5. And yeah, there are other discoveries for other interactions that we'll need to do. I'm sure the butterflies have to be one of them, but... Oh, I know what to do with the butterflies. You get the butterfly net. Yeah, this will send you out of the stage afterwards, I think. But if it doesn't, we'll go back and get the net. And catch some butterflies. Yeah, it actually lets me continue just playing here if I don't exit. So let's catch the butterflies and... see... Oh, is that all we could get? Maybe so. Yeah, because it registers the objective at the end, but then you can just continue playing around with her a little bit. Is that a cloud that I see up here? There's something up there. It's not one of the explosive clouds. It's something else. We need to figure out what's going on. Let's poke. Huh. That seems so strange. You know what? I bet we can do. We can go up above. Look at this. Yeah, it's totally here. Now, this is mostly useful for making explosive trails, but actually, maybe I can make camouflage or something. Since there's no fire to detonate it, you can make a defensive trail, perhaps. Hang on, we have to figure this out because this is clearly kind of hidden away too. Like you consider the possibilities. I have to figure out what I can do with it. That's too interesting. Because you can always lead it somewhere. And it will follow to a certain extent, except it will come back and retract. Yeah, because you can lead it. And maybe you can use it as something protective. But that's how you do it. Because you can use it as protective camouflage the whole way. Except this one's, yeah, just going to try to go for some kills. You know what? We're going to try a run with it. That's going to be a discovery on its own. It's too interesting to not be acknowledged somehow. Okay, we really need to take these guys out quickly. Oh, do is this. And then we're going to lead this down. No, 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 no. Too slow. No, and then, yeah, no, I forgot that we have to do this part. Okay. And we lost them all. Unless we have some kind of water source that can correct for this. Actually, no, we just get them as far as the water and we're fine. Except now we need to toss them back. So I don't want to see if the camouflage works. Oh, except the haze makes them wilt. That's not good. But it also puts this guy to sleep. Which means that if you can get some kind of water source on this side, then you can get them through. However, there is no water source. So, there probably is an important interaction here that you can do using the haze. Maybe you just need to put the haze on top of this guy so he does not wake up at all. And then, meanwhile, the flowers can come back to health over here. Yeah, maybe there's a bit of repositioning you can do with the cloud to make that happen. I better not mess with that until I've finished 5 at least once, though. And then we can discover other things without having as stringent a requirement on the table. Nope, too slow. Okay, let's speed up here so we can get these guys down. Except, oh, get out of there. Make sure none of these guys get caught from behind. Okay, good, they're stuck. Again, here, we can actually take this guy out from here in the fence. Hang on. Just stun him out. No, unfortunately one down. How do we even kill him before? I think we needed the boomerang to hit him in the back, right? There was a way to do it. Well, anyway, the safe way to do it is just to sneak. Because we totally took him down before, and it's absolutely possible to kill him. Anyway, let's redo. Yeah, we'll do the original strategy. We sneak past and stun him after that. Okay. Oh, we do in fact need to tear this. Okay. Okay, they're all still safe over here. Yeah, let's do this the cautious way this time. I think we sneak behind them, then we let them lead. As dangerous as that sounds. Because we needed to be behind them for this area anyway. And then we'll see when it comes down. Chase. And we just stun lock it. And that should give us all 5.
No, finito.
Everyone made it a goal. How do we get 2 discoveries off of that? Led 5 flowery friends to safety. Everyone made it a goal. Isn't that just the same thing? Oh no, because this just increases the total count once you've improved it. And that's only 80%, so let's see what we have to do in terms of interactions. There's got to be something with the purple cloud that we're supposed to do. Probably just prevent the cut salad from waking. Standoff. Oh yeah, okay, so they need to chomp each other. That's fine, we can do that. Yoshis are dangerous too? I mean, do we just need to eat them all, or...? Probably. No, that just fails it. Yoshis are dangerous too. Huh. You may have missed the point of this particular exercise. Oh, it totally gives you the discovery. Yeah, you're supposed to do it at least once. Or you don't get the full experience of this game. Okay, so we need this standoff. That's fine. Well, in that case, we actually do need a piranha plant to land at some point. Although we might want to maybe just grow one later. Hang on. Yeah, that's okay. That's a bit disastrous, but we'll deal with it given that I'm not going for this right now anyway. Oh. Nope, totally not working here. Yeah, we're totally going to lose that last one. Let's try to get the standoff before that happens. Can I? Oh yeah, if they eat the butterflies, if they eat enough butterflies, then they grow into the full piranha. Now you can do the standoff. There we go. The battle of the big mouse, and then that gets me 100%.
Messi Edia, my shululu.
Just stay on your guard. Okay. Gets us over to 2100 mark. And that is it for chapter 11. Look at that. You completed all of my special studies. I'll just summarize your work later. I contained so many mysterious creatures, it was a joy to learn even more ways they all stand out. So yeah, well, we got the full 100% on chapter 11. No new smiley flowers today, of course, so no new tools to discover just yet. And then next time, we will see about Mr. E's challenges, which will have many smiley flowers attached to them on top of some of the other remaining discoveries. I don't think we'll proceed today, although there might be some simple single interaction combination stages that maybe we can take a peek at some point. Yeah, a couple of things to do here to eventually fill in the book. A little bit in every chapter, in fact. I think we'll maybe take more concentrated effort at some other point to really fill in all discoveries, but today seemed to be pretty productive just with getting the special studies done. So we'll see when it is we return to this game next. Obviously, we've been spacing this out a bit lately, so we are able to make time for some other titles along the way. That's likely to remain the case as we get through the rest of July, because there are a few new releases, at least 2 new releases that I want to get to at some point. And so we'll see if we can deal in an additional Yoshi stream or 2 and intersperse it at some point. Take a look at chapter 12 properly. But we do have a lot else to take a look at in the meantime, so I won't be back with this right away. Probably not even this week. But we'll see. We're clearly not done with this game, and there's a lot more to take in as we go. We'll be back tomorrow probably with the usual Donkey Kong Bonanza monthly event, because that is back this week. And I will shortly after that announce what we have planned afterwards, because we do have a couple of things in mind as we get into the latter half of the month. So that'll be all we look at today, and thank you so much for joining me for all of these special studies. We learned a lot along the way, I guess. Sometimes by wild experimentation, sometimes by happy accident. But either way, it was education. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful time ahead of you with everything that you may have coming up this week. And as always, fare thee well.